Welcome back to Daily DeFi. It's August 1st of 2021. Hope everyone's having a great start to this new month. Let's kick things off here with DeFi Pulse and juicy NFTs. Total value locked in $71.69 billion. Aave dominance close to that 16%. DeFi Pulse index 326.71. Now, a lot of things are up on the daily, even though it is a Sunday. Typically, we actually do not see really big moves over weekends in the crypto market because, as you know, this is still a relatively new market. And with this comes some correlation with traditional finance markets like the stock market, right? So typically, since we see a lot of trading going on in institutions like GBTC, for example, or these kind of other trusts across the world, which actually one of our articles is going to be talking about Germany allowing some of these institutional funds to get into crypto. The thing to keep in mind here is that's why things move a bit more on weekdays because there's a bit more volume, right? So always keep that in mind, especially if you're trading this market, right? I always talk about that in the Global TA course, the free technical analysis course, which is a playlist on the channel. It's linked down below in the description, basically talking about open interest and volume and how you should use these indicators as well to trade. Moving on here to juicy NFTs. Yesterday we saw oh my God, today's even more insane. Okay, this is getting a bit out of hand, honestly. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I have never seen anything this high. I was about to say yesterday was crazy. I was expecting today it maybe cooled down, but $83 million transacted daily. I don't think I've ever seen $100 million transacted in a day, but this is just mind-blowing. CryptoPunks, autoglyphs, and color glyphs. I've never actually heard of those, but I'm curious. Maybe I'll do a series on those. Let me know in the comments if you'd want to see that. So German law allowing institutional funds to hold crypto comes into effect on August 2nd. So that's pretty important. You have to understand, in a lot of other countries it's already passed, but Germany has it's pretty large economy, right? So actually where I'm here in Bratislava, Slovakia is one of the main manufacturing hubs for Germany. So not a lot of people know that, but that's kind of one of the main things. And I was actually talking with the wandering investor, Ladislas, and he kind of educated me on some things in Slovakia. Just because I'm not going to be here that long, I'm actually headed to Croatia just for a few days and then into Slovenia before I go to Italy. So Italy will be interesting. As much as $415 billion worth of investment could flow into cryptocurrencies as new laws governing German Speziafonds go into effect. Speziafonds, I'm not sure exactly how you say that, but beginning on August 2nd, German institutional funds will be able to hold up to 20% of their assets in cryptocurrencies. This is what I don't like about that, and that's one thing that is kind of interesting about America. There's no laws like that specifically. There's no saying like, hey, you have to have this percentage or that percentage. Because look at MicroStrategy, right? They have a massive amount in Bitcoin. I think it's like it's over 50%, if I remember correctly, of their balance sheet. But in Germany, they're like, hey, can't have more than 20% because that's a volatile asset class. So it's interesting to see that trend. Also, this article on the Bitcoin Supercycle sets up for the Q4 BTC price top as liquid supply hits all-time high now. Take this with a grain of salt because a lot of people saying this Bitcoin Supercycle is going to happen. I think it's all probabilities, right? Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is black and white. A lot of people in this world think in kind of binary ones and zeros, like Democrat, Republican, right, left, religious, not religious, blah, 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 blah. And it's horrible, honestly. Things are a lot more nuanced than that, right? So keep that in mind. Recent events mean that Q4 blow-off top is now back on the menu as BTC price recoveries clings to its 23% weekly gains. Bulls come out for the 2021 close. Bitcoin has been busy repairing the impact of China minor rout since mid-May, but last week's price advances were stronger than most anticipated. So rather than suffer the serious dip, BTC price action was held onto its gains, which at the time of writing totaled 23% in a week. What seemed but all impossible just 7 days ago is now in the favor of a month-long increasing proportion analytical community. So moving on here to the top DeFi tokens. Basically, we're going to talk about the ones that are performing pretty well on the daily time frame. Pancakeswap, haven't talked about this one in a while. First called it when it was below $1 here just because I saw, Binance Smart Chain needed a version of a Uniswap. Pancakeswap was the one. So talked about it when it was under $1. Went all the way up to, I think, $40+. So nice gains for anyone who watched multiple videos that I did on it and tutorials that I did on it. But right now it's right around 9% up on the daily, $3.4 billion market cap. Crazy. I remember when this thing was a baby. But moving on beyond that, basic attention token, ticker symbol BAT, right around 70 cents on the daily, up about 12%. Market cap is $1 billion. the browser that I'm currently using, Brave, rewards you in basic attention token for using it, basically. So kind of interesting, instead of siphoning your data and just harvesting your data like Google does and Facebook does and all these other sites do, basic attention token rewards the user because it's a blockchain-based browser. Moving on here to Swipe SXP, $2.28, up close to 11% on the daily market cap, close to $250 million. Volume is $147 million. Let's see here. Nothing too interesting, but I do like Swipe fundamentally. I mean, this has just kind of been ranging sideways for a little bit here. I think we could potentially retest these highs of $4 and then maybe make it back to that $5.50 level. So that's all for this video. If you guys have any questions, any comments, let me know down below in the comment section. You can also join our Telegram group, which is linked down below. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at InvestGlobal_IO. That's all for this one, Invest Global, and until next time.